بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلله فلا هادي له. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. ونشهد أن سيدنا ونبينا وحبيبنا محمدا عبده ورسوله. أرسله الله تعالى بالحق بشيرا ونذيرا وداعيا إلى الله بإذنه وسراجا منيرا. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين وبارك وسلم تسليما كثيرا كثيرا. أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وهم يصطرخون فيها ربنا أخرجنا نعمل صالحا غير الذي كنا نعمل أولم نعمركم ما يتذكر فيه من تذكر وجاءكم النذير فذوقوا فما للظالمين من نصير. وقال الله جل وعلا يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء. وقال عليه الصلاة والسلام من تشبه بقوم فهو منهم. My dear respected elders and brothers, the year is almost ending and the new year is coming in front of me. And this is the time I need to take accountability for myself. That am I well prepared to depart from this dunya or not? Because we all know that we did not come to live permanently. We're here for a temporary amount of time. And when the time will come for me to leave this dunya, then I don't have any more chances. And my dear brothers, because this is my last Juma, and I'll be away for a month or two. So I wanted to raise a few concepts in today's Juma, especially the concept of Happy New Year, which is coming at the end of the month. And all the things that happen throughout the country regarding this day. My dear brothers, if we as Muslims have to celebrate this very day of Happy New Year, then for us we have to celebrate this very day with muhasabah and with taking our hisab. That 2023 has passed and 2024 is coming. Throughout the 365 days, what I have presented in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the fact that Allah Rabbul Izzat has given me the ability to pass this year from my life, how much of gratitude I am expressing in the court of Allah. And قَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ, very less. Allah Ta'ala is saying, very less from my slaves. Very less from my slaves are expressing gratitude. Very less from my slave are being grateful. My dear brothers, just because we are living in this country and then there is these cultural issues, and then the way the non-Muslims, they celebrate their days, and if we're thinking that as a formality or as a tradition we have to join them, then my dear brothers, this is an extremely wrong concept. First of all, my brothers and elders, where did this New Year come from? What is being celebrated in the 31st night? In the 31st night, we see the youngsters, they craze themselves to go to the midst of the city and watch the celebration of the so-called Happy New Year, or to celebrate, and then they go, they witness all these fireworks that go around entire Australia. But what is that New Year for? What beliefs are predicted when this so-called New Year is being celebrated? And if we are participating there, may Allah forgive us. And most of the time we see that those who are participating there is our children, our young boys. We as fathers should refrain our children from participating in Happy New Year. Because if I'm participating there, I'm participating in their belief. What was the belief? That this very day, Allah forgive us, Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, he committed a sin and he was crucified. That's what the Happy New Year is celebrated. And that's how this 2023, 2024, the 2023 years passed. They call it CE, Christian era. 2023 years of Christian era, and we're entering into the 2024th year. And that day is to be believed that na'udhu billah min dhalik, that Isa alayhi salam was crucified. Why do the churches have a cross? From then they had this trend that Isa alayhi salam was taken to a cross, and due to his sin, he was crucified. But it wasn't him. Allah Ta'ala discusses about وَقَوْلِهِمْ إِنَّا قَتَلْنَا الْمَسِيحَ عِيسَى ابْنَ مَرْيَمَ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. And so many people have this shak. Allah Ta'ala says, وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ. That was it actually Isa alayhi salam who was crucified? Allah Ta'ala says, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. Those who wanted to kill Isa alayhi salam, Allah Ta'ala didn't let their plan to succeed. Allah Ta'ala didn't let their plan to become successful. وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. They didn't get the chance to kill him. They didn't get the chance to crucify him. But someone that resembled Isa alayhi salam was crucified or was killed. Someone resembling Isa alayhi salam. And that's when these people, they thought that it was actually Isa alayhi salam that was crucified, but that's wrong. and this belief is wrong, and me and you participating in their new year, regardless of how adorable is it, regardless of how beautiful is it, but that's a wrong concept, because we're participating in their aqidah, in their creed, in their belief of Isa alayhi salam being crucified. Before the planets could touch Isa alayhi salam, Allah Ta'ala raised Isa alayhi salam to the skies. Allah Ta'ala raised Isa alayhi salam to the heavens. What was the incident? When certain people, the Romans, they wanted to kill Isa alayhi salam. So Isa alayhi salam had a disciple named Judas, Hawari. Allah Ta'ala discusses about the Hawariyin. وَإِذْ أَوْحَيْتُ إِلَى الْحَوَارِيِّينَ أَنْ آمِنُوا بِي وَبِرَسُولِي. So Allah Ta'ala discussed about the Hawariyin, the disciples here. كما قال عيسى بن مريم للحواريين. So Isa alayhi salam will tell his disciples that man ansari ila Allah, who will help the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with me. So the Hawariyun, they said that nahnu ansarullah, we will be helping you. So one of the disciples of Isa alayhi salam named Judas betrayed Isa alayhi salam. He decided to tell the Romans where Isa alayhi salam is. So, as he was taking the Romans to the location, Isa alayhi salam wasn't there, and Allah Ta'ala, to punish this person named Judas, Allah Ta'ala resembled him like Isa alayhi salam. Then later, when the Romans, they saw that this is resembling Isa alayhi salam, they suspected this is Isa alayhi salam, they crucified Judas. So Judas tried several times. He tried to convince them that he's not Isa. He's not Masih, he's not Isa alayhi salam. But they did not listen, and they killed him and they crucified him. So that's the belief. And so Allah says, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. That they didn't get the chance to kill Isa alayhi salam, they didn't get the chance to crucify Isa alayhi salam, but someone that resembled the face of Isa alayhi salam was presented in front of these Romans, and the Romans, they killed him and they crucified him on their cross, and that's where the cross on the churches are there today. So my dear brothers, this new year is coming. We save ourselves from that day. That day so much fitna will be there, so much sins will be committed. For me, my celebration will be taking muhasabah of myself, taking hisab of myself. That how will I stand in the court of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? At Qiyamah, I'll try to plead. أخرجنا نعمل صالحا غير الذي كنا نعمل. That Ya Allah, send us to this dunya one more time. We'll do the best of the amal then. But Allah Ta'ala is saying, أَوَلَمْ نُعَمِّرْكُمْ مَا يَتَذَكَّرُ فِي مَنْ تَذَكَّرُ. Haven't I given you enough time? I've given you enough time that time, but now there's no more chance. And this is the job of shaitan. زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالَهُم فَصَدَّهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ فَهُمْ لَا يَهْتَدُونَ. Shaitan will try to beautify. Shaitan will beautify this so-called Happy New Year in front of me. Shaitan will beautify the lights of firework in front of me. My dear brothers, we all know how dangerous firework is, and how much money and how much amounts of dollars are wasted just behind this firework. Those who are wasting, they're brothers of shaitan. إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ كَانُوا إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ. Those who waste, they are nothing but they're brothers of shaitan. So me participating in these fireworks, me participating in their New Year night, New Year's Eve, and me congratulating with someone with New Year, if I am doing all these things, then my aqidah has problem.
because I am supporting their belief. That's why, my brothers, let's abstain ourselves from this. Let's abstain ourselves from these sinning activities, my dear brothers. And those who have children, because see, our children, the environment we're mixing in, our children will have this appetite to participate in these programs. They'll want to go to the middle of the city and witness firework in the New Year's Eve. They'll want to do all this. But we as parents, and this is what today's lecture is about, that as parents, this is my responsibility to stop my child from this. And we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah ta'ala give us the correct belief. And Allah ta'ala gives us this tawfiq to abstain from these activities of kuffar. Because shaitan, زَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ أَعْمَالُهُم, is the work of shaitan. It's a work of shaitan to beautify the a'mal of kuffar in front of us. But Prophet ﷺ said, مَنْ تَشَبَّهَ بِقَوْمٍ فَهُوَ مِنْهُمْ. If I am copying the amal of kuffar, it's like I am amongst them. I am supporting their kufr. When Nabi alayhi salam, Khaliful Mushrikeen, what the disbelievers do, contradict it. Khaliful Yahud, Khaliful Nasara. Contradict what the Yahud do, contradict what the Nasara do. They will present their actions in front of us, but they will not be with us. Allah Ta'ala is telling us, they will present all these new things in front of us, but don't think they will be our friends. To impress us, they'll do a lot of things, but they'll never be friendly with us. لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء. Allah Ta'ala is saying that don't take Yahud and Nasara as your friends. وَمَن يَتَوَلَّهُم مِّنكُمْ فَإِنَّهُ مِنْهُمْ. If you're taking Yahud and Nasara as your partners, as your buddies, as your friend, then you are nothing but among them. Allah Ta'ala give us a correct belief, my dear brothers. And especially, and these amal of kuffar that is going on, Allah Ta'ala abstain us from all of it, inshallah. May we have more and more connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to leave from this dunya as such a state that Allah Ta'ala is happy with us. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Inshallah we can pray our surah, inshallah.